Welcome to the Inquisitors of India podcast. It starts now. Thank you very much for listening. Okay, so welcome to the podcast on the analysis of the Bihar elections. We are here with all of our members of our Discord server. Uh, we are going to ask them for their opinion on what they think about these elections and what impact it will have nationally, on the state level as well, local level as well. We have some people who actually live in Bihar or they have Bihari heritage. So it will be interesting to get their point of view as well. This podcast will be uploaded on our YouTube channel, Inquisitors of India. And please, I hope you guys have fun watching it, listening to it. So we will begin first with Abhishek Bhumihar. Abhishek, welcome. This is the first time I think you've been on our voice channel. Please continue. Your time starts now. You have 4 minutes.
Yeah, first of all, thank you for inviting me. And please excuse me because my English got certain limit.
तो
So
हिंदी में बोलो.
I am,
नहीं नहीं नहीं.
yeah, yeah,
Be comfortable with whatever you're speaking in. कोई जबरदस्ती नहीं है.
yeah, yeah, I will speak in mix.
Okay, no problem. No. जो भी तुम्हें
Yeah.
सही लगे.
So I am saying what according to me leads to the win of BJP or sorry NDA in Bihar. So lack of stronger opposition is my first point. Lack of stronger opposition. In spite of Tejasvi Yadav strong rally and all that, he couldn't able to connect with the people of Bihar. Second, Modi factor. Modi factor is the biggest X factor which leads to win of NDA in Bihar. Third, Congress is provided more than it deserves. It is provided 70 seats, which I don't think it deserves at all. Because it just won 19 seats from 70 seats it got. Third, LJP surely played BJP card that it proved as a vote katua. It has played a vote katua for JDU against JDU or RJD. Development factor also played a good role as Nitish has done a better development than Lalu or Jangal Raj. Black glimpse of Lalu Raj, which popularly known as Jangal Raj, has also pushed people to vote for NDA. Owaisi played RJD and Mahagathbandhan. This Owaisi's party has won 5 seats and they have snatched Muslim majority seats from RJD. And another point is that silent women voter because after coming of Nitish Raj, women have strengthened from his policy. So silent women voter has also played his card. Thank you.
Okay, so do you want to? Do you still have 2 more minutes? Do you want to say anything else?
No, no, thank you, thank you,
Okay, thank you so much, Abhishek bhai,
thank you.
for your inputs. And if you have any questions for Abhishek bhai after your own opening statement, you can definitely ask him that question. Okay, but now we will move on to AP1. AP1, your time starts now. You have 4 minutes. AP1, are you there? Hello, AP bhai. Okay, I think AP bhai is not. He's AFK right now. AFK means away from keyboard for people who don't know. Laddu Scroll, I'm going to ask you to go because Helion is. He said he's just going to be observing for now because he's having dinner. So Laddu Scroll bhai, if you could go next, please, and give us your
Yeah.
analysis. Your time starts now. You have 4 minutes.
Okay, so to start with, I would like to say that I would totally disagree with Abhishek on whatever analysis he has. क्योंकि if you notice, not only the strong opposition के point पे, Tejasvi Yadav party just became the largest party in Bihar, largest single party. That is a very worrying trend. जहां तक की बात है नीतीश कुमार और जंगल राज की, सो although I do not live currently in Bihar, but I am connected to Bihar through my friends and get regular updates. So I'll tell you one specific fact. There is no difference between Lalu Prasad Yadav and Nitish Kumar. Nitish Kumar ने कुछ ऐसा नहीं किया. The only difference has been कि पप्पू यादव और शहनवाज हुसैन जैसे गुंडे जो हुआ करते थे वो अब गुंडे नहीं रह गए. That has been the only difference. The point that I'm making about Tejasvi Yadav, that he connected with the youth of.
Hello. Okay. Oh no. Okay, so I
Point is that they haven't done well. CPI और कम्युनिस्ट पार्टीज जो हैं, दे हैव रिजन, जो बिहार में धीरे धीरे खत्म हो रही थी, दे हैव नाउ गॉटन मोर सीट्स एंड दैट इज अ वरिंग ट्रेंड. एंड दिस अगर आगे भी ऐसा ही चलता रहा तो नॉट ज्यादा टाइम लगेगा नहीं, फिर से आरजेडी ही सरकार में आएगी. भले यहाँ पर आप जो साइलेंट वुमेन वोटर्स हैं उन्होंने बीजेपी के लिए वोट किया, प्लस ओवैसी ने थोड़ा सा समीकरण बिगाड़ा है, प्लस हमें ये एनडीए को ये भी नुकसान हुआ कि पासवान हट गए और कांग्रेस का भी फैक्टर था, प्लस मुंगेर में जो हुआ, तो इसने इस इलेक्शन को बहुत कांटे की टक्कर बना दिया था. इट इज अ वेरी वरिंग ट्रेंड कि नाउ आरजेडी इज द लार्जेस्ट सिंगल पार्टी. दैट इज माय पॉइंट एंड आई एंड विद दैट.
ओके, थैंक यू सो मच लड्डू. आपको क्या बुलाया जाए,
Any
मतलब सिर्फ
questions?
आपका जो नाम है वो लड्डू स्क्रो, या कोई आपका निकनेम है जो हम आपको बुला सकते हैं लड्डू भाई?
Yeah, I have question.
Yeah, okay, questions are after everybody's made their own statement.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, yeah, Laddu.
Yeah, you just said that Tejasvi Yadav or RJD become the biggest party in Bihar.
Abhishek,
But
Abhishek,
if you see the last election, I think 2015, when
Abhishek,
they made when
Abhishek,
they made government. Yeah.
हाँ, सिर्फ एक ही क्वेश्चन, सिर्फ एक ही स्टेटमेंट है. पहले सबको अपने ओपनिंग स्टेटमेंट्स करने दो, फिर हम लोग क्वेश्चंस करेंगे एक ईच अदर को, ठीक है? Okay, yeah, sorry, my mic was on mute, so you guys didn't get my. Okay, next person, AP bhai, are you there? Yeah, okay, we skipped you because you were not at the keyboard. I think you were away, but are you ready now? Can you make your own statement now?
No, I only have question.
Okay, so you just want to go for questions, AB bhai?
Yes.
Okay, then I'll come back to you when the question hour starts. Is that okay with you?
Okay.
Okay, so next person, red guy, also said he's just going to observe like Helion. So Sunny is next. Sunny, if you could open your mic, and you have 4 minutes to say whatever you want.
Okay. So my point is, there was anti-incumbency. People wanted to remove JDU, but there was no other option. And I observed in the campaign, instead of campaigning their own uh, achievements, they were more focused on JDU's deteriorated condition, which was labeled as Jungle Raj. This was the turning point. People still remembered what happened at streets on after 6 p.m. So, and on the flip side, RJD never took the name of their father's name Lalu. So इन देयर कैंपेन उन्होंने कभी भी इलेक्शन कैंपेन में उनका नाम नहीं लिया, क्योंकि उन्हें पता था लोगों को उनका नाम सुनते ही सब कुछ याद आ जाएगा.
हाँ सनी, सिर्फ एक ही चीज,
तो उन्होंने
तुम्हारा वॉइस में वो, आई थिंक यू आर टू क्लोज टू द माइक, सो थोड़ा माइक से अगर थोड़ा दूर रह सको तो अच्छा है, क्योंकि बहुत ही
okay.
वो आ रहा है. ओके, या प्लीज कंटिन्यू.
तो उसके बाद क्या हुआ, उसके बाद एक तो इन्होंने जो सीट डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन था वो बहुत गलत किया अपोजिशन ने. जो सीट डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन में बिल्कुल मैस्ड अप कर दिया इन्होंने। तो जो सीट ये जीत सकते थे वो भी हार गए सिर्फ एक आईएनसी की वजह से। जो आईएनसी पार्टी है एक पर्टिकुलर, वो हारने के लिए ही है। वो अब अगर अपनी कंट्री का पीएम भी उससे पार्टी की सीट से लड़ेगा ना, वो भी हारेगा। और उसके बाद एक और आई जिसका मेन काम ही ये था, एलजेपी है या क्या थी, उनका काम ही ये था कि जहां पे भी जेडीयू को एडवांटेज है वहां पे जाके उनकी वोट्स काटे। तो उन्होंने बहुत सक्सेसफुल भी रहे इस बात में, बहुत वोट उन्होंने काटे लेकिन जीते नहीं। उसके बाद बॉर्डर एरियाज में तो वो क्या नाम है उसका, एएमआईएम, वो जीत गई, तो उससे भी बहुत कुछ बिगड़ गया। कम्युनिस्ट जीत गए। तो अलग अलग चीजें, हारना था लेकिन बहुत कंपटीशन था इसीलिए जीत गए। और वो फिर इनके पास एक एक्स फैक्टर है ही, पता ही है, पीएम आ जाता है आके सारा एक तरफ कर देता है। सो दैट्स ऑल।
Okay, thank you so much, Sunny, for your inputs. I will now be going to Tough Cake Bhai. Tough Cake Bhai, if you could share with us your analysis of this Bihar election and how, what do you think will be the impact of it? Tough Cake Bhai, you have 4 minutes.
Namaskar, how are you?
Namaste. Please go. I mean, please make your statement. Not please go. Please stay.
सीधी बात ये है कि मैं तो बिहार के इलेक्शन और उसके रिजल्ट से खुश तो बिल्कुल भी नहीं हूँ। हालांकि मैं बिहार में रहता भी नहीं हूँ, लेकिन अपने फ्रेंड्स के थ्रू मेरे को बिहार के बारे में पता चलता रहता है, वहाँ की पॉलिटिक्स के बारे में। क्योंकि पहली बात तो वहाँ के लोग ना नीतीश कुमार के इनकम्पिटेंसी से काफी ज्यादा परेशान थे। तो पिछले कई दिन से हम खबरें सुनते आ रहे हैं अक्सर कि पटना के बड़े बड़े हॉस्पिटलों में पानी मिला, खड़ा हुआ पानी मिलता है, मछली पड़ी रहती है उन पानियों में, और वहाँ के कई सारे प्रोजेक्ट हैं जिनमें घोटाला घोटाला रहता है। यानी नीतीश कुमार एक तरीके से जंगल राज नहीं है, बाकी सब लालू जैसा ही है, नो डेवलपमेंट आफ्टर ऑल। और दूसरी बात तो ये इस बार बिहार में एनडीए पता नहीं कैसे बची गई। हो सकता है कि आईएनसी की फेलियर की वजह से इन्हें एक सेफ स्टेप मिल गया, वरना इनकी ऐसी तैसी तो हो ही गई थी ऑलमोस्ट, हार ही गए थे। आईएनसी को 70 सीट नहीं देते और मेरे हिसाब से 50 या 30 सीट देते तो एनडीए तो बहुत बुरी तरीके से हारती। और जहां तक मुझे लगता है कि बिहार में कुछ हद तक यूपी और हरियाणा और मतलब हिंदी बेल्ट स्टेट्स में अधिकतर पीएम का वो चल जाता है जादू, जिसमें पीएम आके थोड़ा राम मंदिर का बोल देते हैं, थोड़ा कश्मीर बोल देते हैं, वहां के बंदे थोड़ा नेशनलिज्म में आ जाते हैं, तो जिसकी वजह से एनडीए जीत गई। और मुझे लगता है कि नीतीश कुमार कोई तगड़ा प्लेयर है, जिसे सीएम प्रोजेक्ट उन्होंने किया था या फिर बाद में उसके वादा निभाया था, उसकी जगह किसी और नेता की तरफ जा सकते थे। जो मुझे लगता है कि बिहार इलेक्शन कुछ खास सक्सेसफुल रहा है एज ए एनडीए और एज अ आरडब्ल्यू गाय, इतना ही कहना चाहते हैं।
Okay. Okay, thank you, Tough Cake Bhai. आपके
थैंक यू।
inputs के लिए बहुत ही धन्यवाद. Okay, now I will be moving to Utkarsh. Utkarsh, you have 4 minutes. Please give us your inputs about what you think about the Bihar election. Hello?
Viva, your mic is still on mute.
Okay, yeah, sorry, my mic was on mute. Sorry for that. Thank you, Tough Cake Bhai, आपके विचार के लिए. Utkarsh, you have the floor now. You have 4 minutes.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are. Please.
Okay, so yeah, I'll begin by stating that contrary to what the previous speaker quoted, that it was not a good performance by NDA. I actually believe that it was a tremendous achievement for NDA, and I'll try to analyze the Bihar elections in a chronological order. So, till 3-4 months before the elections, it was NDA was banking on two things. First one, the upper caste core voter of BJP. So they were thinking they would be intact. The second thing, the Vikas Purush image of Nitish Kumar. So Nitish Kumar, no doubt, has been a very good chief minister for Bihar. He did many good things for Bihar. So when Bihar came out of the jungle raj of Lalu era, so Nitish Kumar made sure the crime rate went down. He made sure the transportation and connectivity across the states is done properly. The electricity connection is being made to the entire stretch of Bihar, to the vast stretch of the rural areas, which is not easy in itself. Apart from that, the schemes which come from central government, Nitish Kumar made sure that those schemes are implemented in Bihar properly. So Nitish Kumar did many good things, even for in the areas such as healthcare sector or education sector. So from outside, it may appear to us कि okay हाँ एक न्यूज मीडिया एक मीडिया people they go and report from a from a hospital in Bihar, but and then it appears that it's all bad. But then we have to appreciate the fact that despite of so many migrant workers coming back to Bihar में the case rate, the death rate was never that bad compared to the other developed states called so-called developed states such as Kerala and other states. So Nitish Kumar had done tremendous work, and plus his schemes have always been pro women. So Sharab Bandi was one such a great move, which swayed away all the women voters of Bihar who have been voting for Nitish Kumar consistently. So till 3 4 months before elections, it was all NDA. So he was going to get good clear majority. But then few things came at the very end. So what were those? So first one, a a very full-fledged campaign from Tejasvi Yadav. So that was like BJP had always underestimated Tejasvi Yadav, but he came to the fore by not including Lalu Yadav in his campaign, and by planning the entire campaign around the issue of unemployment, which was one area untouched by the Nitish Kumar government. So Tejasvi Yadav very cleverly planned the entire campaign around that issue, and there he connected with the youth of Bihar. Second thing was, which did not go in favor of Nitish Kumar and NDA, was the core voter of BJP, which BJP was banking upon. So that started suddenly demanding a face of BJP in Bihar. And that did not happen till the very last moment. There were confusions around, will Chirag Paswan, will LJP be there a part of NDA or not in the state, and will BJP project its own CM face? But then BJP straight away went with the face of Nitish Kumar.
30 more seconds.
Yeah, so BJP, yeah, hello,
Just 30 more seconds.
hello.
Yeah.
Yeah. So BJP went in with the face of Nitish Kumar, and that worked. Matlab, in the end, these X factors BJP and NDA was able to cut across because of two things. First one, the development works done by Nitish Kumar, and the people still trusted him over any Lalu dynasty. And second thing, obviously, PM Modi came in later on, and he did sway away the core voters of BJP and kept them intact. So yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Okay. Perfect. 4 minutes. Right at the 4 minute mark. We have one more guest joining in, Chandan. He's actually my inspiration for making this server. So Chandan, do you want to give your point of view? You have 4 minutes. Chandan, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
First of all,
Yeah, you have 4 minutes. You
the
can give your inputs.
this was a very good, a fine example of usage of psychological warfare by BJP, especially in regards of churning up the memory of Jungle Raj. It was a very good move from BJP's angle. And also, Chirag Paswan was a sort of a, I don't know, was it a bait or a decoy? I mean, so I feel that it was he was used by the BJP pretty nicely to cut down Nitish Kumar inside, because there has been internal dissent within the in the BJP that they are not happy with Nitish Kumar. You have seen what happened to Sushil Modi because of the rumors that Sushil Modi has shown more loyalty to Nitish Kumar than to BJP. So, so and also look at the fact that in the middle of the election campaigning, Amit Shah left the campaign and went to Bengal. Means there were plans within plans going on here, and also LJP. If I look at LJP, there is something there and AIMM. These two are very peculiar cases in that regard.
first one was that if you have you checked any if you check the constituency where Tejasvi Yadav won, he won by a margin of 24,000 votes. The second position was by a BJP candidate. He had around 24,000 votes. And the third position was by LJP candidate, and he had around 24,000 votes. So technically, look that even the Tejasvi seat itself, he has to thank LJP for that. And also for in case of AIMM, sometimes I do feel I also subscribe to the theory that AIMM is a sort of a BJP's B team made to which is given resources and support directly or indirectly to chip away the voting Muslim voting vote bank from the secular party, and they have succeeded with 5 seats, which is a very commendable thing. And let's hope that they, which I find interesting, what will happen in the future, because already comparisons are being done between OSC and Jinnah, and they are pretty canny if you check the history. And that's all. Yeah, interesting election. And exit poll people, they had to eat crow this time. Again. Out.
Okay, thank you so much, Chandan. So I think everybody's had their point of view. AP Bhai had a question. So since he hasn't used his 4 minutes, I'm going to allow him to now speak whatever he wants to say. AP Bhai, you have whatever you want to say, please share with us. Yeah.
Okay, I have two questions about what will be the future of projection.
AP Bhai, your voice is a bit low. Can you increase it if it's possible?
Wait, I will try.
Okay, thank you. And everybody else, please mute your mic. Thank you. AP Bhai, it's you who has to speak. I was just saying that your voice is very low. If you can increase your volume, if it's possible. Yeah. AP Bhai, are you there? AP Bhai? AP Bhai, are you there? Okay, there's he's saying to something to me, so let me just okay, he's saying his mic is not working. Okay, then if you can just try to fix it if it's possible, we'll wait for your comments.
VY, can you just take the question of AP Bhai and then
Okay, yeah,
give it
that's what
among
he's
us?
saying. He's saying I'll post the questions here. So let me just he's typing it right now. But thank you all for your inputs. बहुत ही अच्छा था. It's really nice to have all these different perspectives, and this is something that we're going to try to do not regularly, but at least maybe on Friday. Today is Monday. Usually this will be something that will be on a Friday. Okay, Raghu is here as well. Raghu, hi, welcome to the chat. Raghu, can you hear me? Raghu, are you there? I can't hear you, man. Okay, I think, yeah. Hello, Raghu. Raghu, I can't hear you. Just wait. Okay, he's not here. Okay, so first question of AP Bhai is, and I'm going to ask this to everybody. Just make it quick though. Just like a 30-second answer. What will be the future projections of Bihar in upcoming Lok Sabha, this Bihar election? He's saying. So Abhishek, if you can start, you have 1 minute. Chal, 30 seconds about come hai. Abhishek, if you can say what do you think is the future projection of the Bihar elections in the upcoming Lok Sabha elections in 2024? Abhishek.
Yeah, I think BJP is winning with majority.
Okay. You think that BJP in Bihar will sweep the Lok Sabha elections?
Yeah, obviously.
Okay, thank you. AP Bhai, of course, is not here. Chandan, what do you think? I think Chandan's not here either. So Helion is not. Okay, Laddu bhai, what do you think? What is the future projection of
I
the?
think if
Yeah.
yeah, so if you see the trends of this election, state election, you would notice one thing: people preferred BJP over JDU, and plus people were voting to make a chief minister. So that is a clear trend that when it comes to making the prime minister of the country, people definitely and definitely prefer Narendra Modi over any other. And plus the biggest competition in national level is INC, and seeing the performance of INC, you can definitely say that it will be a clean sweep.
Okay. He's also asking who will be the BJP CM candidate in future. Who do you think that will be, Laddu? And then I'll go back to Abhishek.
What was the question?
Who will be the BJP CM candidate in future? Right now it's Nitish Kumar, but he said he's going to retire. So in the next election, who will BJP put up, or will they still be with JDU? Like, what do you think?
They will remain with JDU, because even if JDU is getting less seats, they still have political backing among their voters. So I don't think in near future you will see BJP getting away from JDU. But definitely the next election, when it comes to state politics, I would think that BJP would put its CM candidate, maybe Sushil Modi this time, or any other. But
Oh,
that'll BJP has this peculiar habit, like it did in UP, that they do not necessarily reveal the CM candidate altogether until and unless it is a very famous face. So
oh,
that can be done, that when
oh,
it comes to state election, they'll fight in the name of Modi, and when they win, they'll put up a CM candidate which they think would fit
okay.
better in their agenda.
Thank you. Thank you. Same question to Abhishek because, yeah, Chandan, I'm coming to you next. Abhishek, who do you think will be BJP CM candidate in next election?
So I don't know about particular person, but I know BJP will not leave JDU's hand. But of course, BJP will be big brother in next election.
Okay, thank you. Chandan, two questions for you. What will be the future projection of Bihar elections on the Lok Sabha in 2024? And in the next state election, who do you think will be the BJP CM candidate?
For the first question, I agree with the earlier assessment that it will be BJP because they will, and if the voting is done on the national basis, Narendra Modi will take up, means BJP will take all the vote share, the majority vote share in Bihar for Lok Sabha. And for the second question, we have already got the answer today. If you can see, Renu Devi and Tarkash Prasad, right? These are the two deputy CM
Yes, yes, yes.
that have been selected by the BJP. So obviously, for 5 years, their position, their performance will be evaluated, and one of those two will may become the future CM of Bihar.
Okay, thank you,
This is
Chandan.
my thinking.
Yes, thank you, Chandan, for your input. Sunny, same two questions for you.
Look, in a Lok Sabha election, there will be clean sweep for Modi because people don't choose any MP; they directly vote for their PM. They want Modi to be their PM, so they vote for him, not for any particular party. And coming on state elections, I don't think in near future they will BJP will come in power single-handedly because of the caste politics. Caste will we always be a big hurdle in CM phase for BJP. So it will remain together with JDU and act like a big brother, a puppet CM.
ओके, थैंक यू टफ केक, आप आप इन दोनों सवाल को जवाब देना चाहेंगे?
They will contest elections on the name of national politics like Modi, and they will choose their CM after winning the election.
ओके, थैंक यू सनी. टफ केक, इफ यू कैन, आपको ये दो सवाल के जवाब आपके क्या है? टफ केक भाई, आप है वहाँ?
हाँ भाई, हाँ भाई.
हाँ, तो दो
ये
सवाल है आपके
अगर
लिए. हाँ हाँ
2024 में लोकसभा इलेक्शन के मतलब जो आज के हिसाब से अगर अभी तक का जो सेंटर का वो रहा है परफॉर्मेंस, उसके हिसाब से बीजेपी क्लीन स्वीप करेगी। और बिहार में सीएम फेस का तो कुछ कह नहीं सकते, बीजेपी हमेशा मोदी के नाम पे वोट लेती है, उसके बाद कोई भी अनएक्सपेक्टेड खड़ा कर देती है, तो उसका तो कोई फिक्स नहीं है। और बाकी तो 2024 में तो क्लीन स्वीप भी करेगी,
ओके,
लोग काफी खुश हैं।
थैंक यू तौफीक भाई। एंड उत्कर्ष, लास्ट यू प्लीज।
Yeah, so coming to the first question, I'll still believe that the people of Bihar will still vote for NDA. There'll be a clean sweep in Lok Sabha elections for sure. The second question, face of CM for face of BJP in Bihar, I believe it will be Giriraj Singh. So they have made two deputy CMs, but they are not very popular face, and definitely they are not someone worthy enough to be projected as a CM candidate. Giriraj is one such face. There are other ministers, but I still think Giriraj will be the face of Bihar in case of a CM from BJP situation.
Okay, thank you everybody. I hope AP bhai, you got a good response for your questions. You also asked one more question, but I will ask that you ask that in the end or toward when we have a free for all where everybody can ask each other questions. Because I think you are still typing. I have a question for you guys of my own. This whole EVM thing that the Congress and the RJD have been talking about. I want you to give your opinion on EVM in general. And also, there was a very interesting thing that happened, I think today or yesterday. I saw it on the ANI handle where RJD leader who's very close to Lalu Prasad Yadav, Shivanand Tiwari, he was openly saying that Rahul Gandhi is working for BJP. So I want you to give your opinion on Rahul Gandhi, and please don't uh, limit it to wo pappu hai. I want you to give a general analysis on what do you think of Rahul Gandhi as a leader. What is what do you think is the problem? Because I don't see any positives in him. I don't think he's deserving of the post that he has. I don't have anything personal against him. मेरा कोई दुश्मनी नहीं है. But I feel कि उसकी वजह से कांग्रेस आगे बढ़ नहीं रही है. और बहुत सारे मतलब भाजपा के सपोर्टर्स को ये बहुत अच्छा लगता है. बट अगर आप देश के बारे में सोचो, ये मेरी राय है, मैं अपनी राय दे रहा हूँ कि विपक्ष, एक मजबूत विपक्ष की हर देश को ज़रूरत होती है, क्योंकि उसमें बहुत सारे प्रॉब्लम्स जो होते हैं वो दिखाई नहीं देते, और जो सरकार है दे कैन गेट अवे विद इट. उसके बारे में मैं आगे डिटेल में एक्सप्लेन करूंगा, लेकिन अभी मेरा सिर्फ ये दो सवाल है आपके लिए. एक ईवीएम पे आपका क्या राय है, और एंड द सेकंड वन, I want you to give your opinion on Rahul Gandhi as a leader, because the way that Shivanand Tiwari just completely made him, he destroyed him in less than 2 minutes. He pretty much put all the blame on the loss on Rahul Gandhi. So yeah, two questions for you guys. I'll start with Abhishek again. EVM, and then what your opinion on Rahul Gandhi. Abhishek.
So first talking about EVM, I don't think that anyone can play EVM. So EVM is correct, what I think. And talking about Rahul Gandhi,
Yeah, and
I
just
think
sorry, one second, sorry for interrupting Abhishek. ईवीएम का
yeah,
मैं इसलिए बोल रहा हूँ क्योंकि बहुत सारे जो लिबरल्स हैं हमारे देश में, अब वो यूएस के इलेक्शन को देख के वो कह रहे हैं कि वापस हमें पेपर बैलेट पे जाना चाहिए. इसलिए मैंने ईवीएम को इस मुद्दा को उठाया है कि आपको क्या लगता है कि ईवीएम होना चाहिए कि नहीं. बेसिकली दैट. ओके, प्लीज गो. सॉरी फॉर इंटरप्टिंग
no,
यू.
no, I think technology is better. But as you see what is happening in US. So next talking about Rahul Gandhi, I think he lacks what the things which he lacks is to how to connect with ground zero, how to connect with people. He is not made for politics. He has just thrown for the politics of Gandhi Nehru family. He is not made for it. So I think there is no future of Rahul Gandhi, and he will keep on destroying Congress and of course opposition, and it will ultimately destroy democracy. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Chandan, what do you think? EVM and Rahul Gandhi. Chandan, are you there?
in case of EVM, we know the Rahul, one of the reasons that communists and a lot of regional power with who had muscle power at their disposal were able to dominate the politics because they were able to indulge in brute capturing, and it was very much possible because of paper ballot. EVM, that probability goes down. And as for the US election, we know there are three court cases going on. It is a fraud. Like it or not, US election was a fraud, and it is there clear for all the world to see. EVM has till now, ECI has to put up open challenge to hack the EVM, and till now nobody has come up for it. So this shows that EVM is a secure system. And as for Rahul Gandhi, I think he's a reluctant politician. He's not made for this field. He's been forced for it. He has been forced, uh, and with his psychopath who have and his friends, the top circle of Congress, they are just making him bali ka bakra, okay, to cover their own failures. They want him, they're pushing him, but he doesn't want to be a. That's all. And opposition, yes, I am aware that opposition is needed in a democracy, and it's sorry to say that it is failing. We have no opposition, and if things remain like that, 2024 will be a big clean sweep. Thank
ओके,
you.
थैंक यू सो मच चंदन। लड्डू भाई, योर टर्न। ईवीएम पे आपकी क्या राय है? अभी जो पेपर बैलेट का जो यूएस में चल रहा है, और फिर राहुल गांधी के बारे में आपकी क्या राय है, प्लीज।
So I'll put up specific points in there because when you talk about EVMs, like Chandan Bhai just said, ki the main election fraud that used to happen in UP, Bihar, Jharkhand, and West Bengal is booth capturing. Now, when you have EVM, that possibility goes away. So EVMs are still better. When liberals and if there is a problem with the EVM, it wouldn't be such a close election. It would be a clean sweep altogether. If they are really into it, they'll just go ahead and clean sweep the state. The second thing I want to mention is if liberals are crying over America, then America the case is going on election fraud over paper ballots. So that is a twisted case altogether. When you see America, it is about paper ballots. Now you are asking in India that since there might be a possibility of election fraud in EVM, so we should switch to paper ballots, which are being contested in US. The second thing, uh, coming to the point of Rahul Gandhi, my personal issue with him is exactly what you said. For a democracy to run, the opposition should be strong. And due to him, the opposition is almost gone. And it is becoming a big issue. So when liberals say that Modi is a Hitler, he might become a Hitler because of Rahul Gandhi. Because if he had all the power, then he'll go unchecked. Then the problem is with Rahul Gandhi and the Congress leadership, which this Central Working Committee, which is not able to decide that whether they should just get rid of that guy, because that guy, like his father Rajiv Gandhi, is not made for politics. They shouldn't be in politics. Even Obama said that he lacks the passion for it. So that is the point. And when you say that people are now cursing Rahul Gandhi for election loss, सर सिंकिंग शिप से सारे चूहे भागते हैं। तो जैसे जैसे हारेगी, अभी ओवैसी ने गाली देना शुरू किया है, फिर आरजेडी वाले दे रहे हैं, अब और लोग भी देना शुरू करेंगे जो यूपीए में है। तो ये जितने आप हारते जाओगे इलेक्शन, ये धीरे धीरे जो अंदर के क्रैक्स हैं, अभी तो कांग्रेस के अंदर के क्रैक्स भी निकल के आ रहे हैं, बिकॉज दे नो दैट अगर कांग्रेस के लीडरशिप में राहुल गांधी रही तो इसका कोई फ्यूचर नहीं है। दैट इज व्हाट आई विल से अबाउट दैट।
ओके, थैंक यू सो मच लड्डू भाई। सनी, आपकी क्या राय है? व्हाट इज योर ओपिनियन ऑन ईवीएम एंड राहुल गांधी?
Look, this EVM VVPAT thing is absolutely secure. These are, like, in my opinion, best things. They cannot be rigged. There is no chance of fraud unless or until there is like paying for votes. And talking about this leader, he is incompetent. He's not made for this. He always pick wrong issues. People never connect with him. He's not made for politics, and he is destroying everything. Yeah, he never goes into campaigns, always do personal attacks, and pick wrong issues which people never like. People have a certain mindset which it is
Okay, I think Sunny disconnected. I'll come back to Sunny at the end. टफकेक भाई आपका क्या राय है ईवीएम पे जो ये कंट्रोवर्सी है बहुत सालों से चल रही है. ओके, सनी इज बैक. सनी, कैन यू फिनिश योर थॉट्स? सनी, सनी का भी या
in and all we need a new leader for opposition which can understand public emotions and talk on correct issues and work on ground, not like him.
ओके, थैंक यू सनी भाई. टफकेक भाई, आपकी क्या राय है ईवीएम पे और राहुल गांधी, और जो राहुल गांधी का इम्पैक्ट पड़ रहा है ऑपोजिशन पे?
According to me, voting with EVM is quite fine. Just because it can't be connected to any other network, it's totally fine. Just opposition is just making noise for their lose. And Rahul Gandhi is totally pappu. He's just giving free hand to Modi to become like a Hitler, just like they project Modi, because the opposition is totally gone. So I don't think he is for politics. He can do something better in other field. That's all.
Okay, thank you, Rafkek Bhai. He's 48 or 49, so I don't know what else he can do at this age. He's, I think, 6 years younger than my father. But okay, that's,
He's 51.
he's 51. Oh wow.
He's 50.
So he's only
Well,
One.
he's
कम से कम
he's a
मॉडलिंग
youth
तो कर ही सकता है वो.
as long as he does not marry.
okay.
That's the definition in India.
Okay, Utkarsh. Abhishek, can you mute your mic? I think your mic is not mute. Okay, Utkarsh, can you give your opinion on the EVM and Rahul Gandhi? You have, I didn't put a timer, but I'm going to put it at 3 minutes. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So first thing, EVM. I don't think there's any issue with that. It's just a foul cry by the opposition. Whenever they win, it's the mandate of people. Whenever they lose, it's EVM. So it's very obvious. It's just kind of a blame game by them. The second thing, Rahul Gandhi obviously is a failure not just for Congress but all of us as a country, as a democracy. So I very much highlight your point that in a democracy, a strong opposition is obviously very healthy for the functioning. We saw what has happened in Bihar. So Tejasvi has given a tough fight to the Nitish Kumar, and now he won't take these issues such as unemployment for granted. He'll definitely have to do something, and he has to deliver on that. So strong opposition is needed. Rahul Gandhi has failed. He's a liability on Congress. The Congress itself is a liability on its ally partners. So in Bihar, you see 70 seats were there given to Congress. Rahul Gandhi had rallies only in he had only 8 to 10 rallies compared to the 200 rallies by Tejasvi himself. And in fact, wherever Rahul Gandhi rallied, Congress lost. The Mahagabandhan lost. So it's very obvious that he was deliberately kept out of the election, and the places where he campaigned, Mahagabandhan lost. So obviously, people don't take him seriously. Even the Congress leaders have now started to not take him seriously. We saw the Kapil Sibbal's message. We saw what Sivanand Tiwari said. We even saw what Obama said about him. So I don't think anything else is needed. Congress, there are very good leaders in Congress to lead, but all of them are shadowed by the Gandhi family, and yeah, it's a shame for us.
Okay, thank you so much, Utkarsh, for your views.
Okay.
Laddu,
Just one on a lighter note, I like to add that चंदन भैया अभी बोल रहे थे कि अमित शाह बीच में चले गए वेस्ट बंगाल, शायद इसीलिए चले गए, उन्हें पता लग गया कि अब राहुल गांधी उनके लिए कैंपेन करने आ गया।
Can I make a point? Can I make a point on
Yeah,
Amit Shah?
quick, 30
Uh,
seconds, 30 seconds.
yeah, quick thought. So Amit Shah leaving Bihar election in between, it was a thoughtful strategy. No, I will not call it strategy. So he realized that campaign is not going in their favor. Equations are not in the favor of NDA, and there are very high possibility of NDA losing at that time. So therefore, BJP did want to preserve that. Guru, that Chanakya image of Amit Shah, and therefore Amit Shah had to live in between because they knew the equations were not in their favor at that time.
Okay, thank you. So AP Bhai has he's DM'd me his reply, and he wants me to tell you guys. Okay, on EVM he's saying EVM is a microcontroller. There is no scope for verification of code or any wireless chips embedded. Theoretically, it is possible, but I think compulsory counting of all VVPAT will make it more transparent. But ballot paper is more prone to manipulation than EVM. So I would conclude EVM safer than ballot paper, but making VVPAT slips counting compulsory. Second, on Rahul Gandhi, he said there is a dissent within Congress, but still, who will be the face of Congress party even after Rahul or Priyanka goes? So there's a debate about that. So I think there is scope for left or Aam Aadmi party to be an opposition. UPA format of opposition will never be a good opposition for nation, but India seriously needs a good opposition, and I completely agree with him because बहुत सारे कांड हो रहे हैं हमारा इंडिया में, बहुत सारी चीज़ें हो रही है जिसमें देर लिटरली कोई ऑपोजिशन नहीं है इसलिए वो कांड हो रहे हैं. They are so confident that they can do some stupid things about. I'm not a complete BJP supporter, but yeah, so that's my point of view, and I feel like if there was a strong opposition, BJP would not be allowed to get away with some of the things they're doing in Delhi. But okay, so that was the end of our
Uh,
questions. Yeah, Utkarsh.
Viva, yeah. Can I give a rebuttal to the microcontroller point?
Okay,
Quick,
that's
20,
later
30
when you
seconds.
have question. Now we're going to do that actually. So if you can just please wait
Okay.
for that, if that's okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So now we're going to start where if anybody has a rebuttal or if they don't agree with somebody, if any statement somebody made, you can say that now. Okay. First, I'll start off with Abhishek. Actually, let me start off with Utkarsh because I've been going in the same order. So I think it's only fair if I go up the other way. So Utkarsh, if you have any rebuttals against anybody that any point that somebody has made, please say them now, and then I'll give that person an opportunity to respond. Okay.
Okay, so APY made a point that EVMs have microcontrollers that can be manipulated. Well, if you are counting, you cannot count ballot papers like with hands. So obviously you need a machine for that, the counting machine, and that also I believe is it's automatic. So it's not something which works in isolation. So obviously there'll be microcontrollers there also. So the fact that EVMs have microcontrollers and they can be manipulated, I think it's irrelevant to the topic of EVM versus ballot paper.
Okay. Do you okay? Do you have any other questions for anybody? Utkarsh, anything, any other points you want to make against anybody you disagreed with or anything like that?
Yeah, one thing that people I noticed people are saying ki they are very worried about CPM getting so many seats, Lalu's party getting so many seats. Well, I believe ki it signifies a healthy democracy because those parties actually it reflects their hard work which they did. So OSC was sitting in Bihar and he mobilized support for himself and his party for like 5 to 6 months. He even spent his Eid there. So it's all about the hard work he did. Same goes for Tejasvi. He did over 200 rallies, over 250 rallies, even more than the number of seats which are there. So obviously, it highlights his hard work and his mobilization rather than we us worrying for a trend that CPIM is coming is getting seats or AIMM is. We have to appreciate their hard work.
Okay, I think AP Bhai is writing his reply to you. Once it's written, I will tell you what it was, and you can respond to that. But if anybody wants to counter Utkarsh on the second point he made about OSC, you can do it now.
Me, Miru.
Okay, Sunny, you go.
No,
Okay,
the
Sunny goes
concerning
first,
thing is
and then
not
Laddu bhai.
not the concerning thing is not that he's winning, but the areas in which he's winning. Those are extremely border areas and are very necessary. It will further increase infiltration from Bangladesh and other areas. It has borders from Bangladesh, so you can connect the dots. His winning is not a problem, but the areas in which he's winning is the problem. And
Okay,
one more, पता नहीं किसने बोला था, like AMIM is taking the secular votes away from other parties. So मैं ये बोल रहा हूँ कि अगर वो उसकी बी टीम है जैसा ये कह रहे हैं, तो फिर ये बीजेपी अपनी तरफ से इतनी स्कीम्स क्यों निकालती है माइनॉरिटी और ये सब की? Why they are focusing so much on appeasement if this is the reason?
okay, thank you, Sunny.
So ये मेरे को समझ नहीं आया, कोई बताओ.
Okay, Utkarsh, I'll give you a chance to respond, but Laddu also wants to rebut you. Laddu bhai.
Okay, so my particular problem with is that I do not have a problem with RJD winning or RJD making inways. I do though have a problem with Communist Party winning because their clear cut agenda is कि उनके overlords चाइना में बैठे हैं, इंडिया में नहीं बैठे हैं. So they have a clear cut agenda, and there is no government of Communist Party ever जहाँ violence was not the main weapon they used for political purposes. तो वो एक worrying trend है, and Bihar has always been prone to violence. Plus you are adding उस पे घी भी डाल रहे हो आप Communist Party का, so that is the problem. Plus I think Utkarsh said कि Nitish is a Vikas Purush. So on that point, I would say Nitish is a Vikas Purush in comparison to Lalu Yadav, not a Vikas Purush as such. आपको 15 साल की सरकार मिली है, आपने उसमें बिहार में कितना डेवलपमेंट किया? I'll just give you an example. If you travel from Jharkhand to the biggest tourist place in Bihar, that is Bodh Gaya, the roads leading to Bodh Gaya, you cannot drive over 30 because the roads are so bad. And there is not one five-star hotel in Bodh Gaya. जबकि पूरे चाइना, भूटान, साउथ ईस्ट एशिया, जापान सारे जगह से वहां लोग आते हैं. तो इन सब चीजों पे तो ध्यान ही नहीं दिया गया. Plus, coming to Bhai's point, why BJP is doing so much appeasement, I think they are trying to break the Muslim vote bank because they have already broken into the caste vote bank. Now they are trying to break into the Muslim vote bank. That would be all.
Okay, I don't have any reply from AP, but I think he left. Maybe it's not working at all. But yeah, okay. So the format will be.
Look, I would like to add one more thing.
Okay, go ahead. Go
The
ahead.
the areas
30
in which
seconds.
MIM has won due to these M votes, it is exactly at our choke point, which is Chicken Neck. You know that corridor? That is our choke point near Doklam, and if that goes out and northeast will be entirely cut from India. That is very very crucial for as a perspective of national security.
Okay, thank
So
you.
that is certainly not a good sign for us.
Thank you, Sunny bhai. Utkarsh, okay. So the format will be with when you rebut somebody, they can rebut you, but the final word will be with the person who started the rebuttal. So Utkarsh, now you can rebut Sunny and Laddu bhai.
Okay, first thing, am I winning those 5 seats in those border areas? Well, you have to realize that those are the only Muslim major seats in Bihar, and ONC won not because he gave he built that image of a BJP versus Muslim kind of a perception among the Muslim voters, and he convinced the Muslim voters that he is a better alternative than Congress. He did not do anything against the sake of our national security. So I think people are over reading into that thing. The second thing, Nitish Kumar as a Vikas Purush, well, I am ready to debate against all, against that, because Nitish Kumar, under his regime, Bihar has consistently posted a GDP growth rate of over 10% at a time the national GDP growth rate was slowing down. Bihar has consistently been reaching over 10% growth rate. So yes, things may not be, things may not be all well. Okay, some places he may have lagged, but his entire focus has been on to make sure that the lethargic bureaucracy that was there, the kind of crime scene that was there, those things go away. So he's more of a traditional politician who has worked on the traditional issues, and because of that, yes, he has made a good change in Bihar, even if we look at him apart from the angle of Lalu Prasad Yadav.
Okay, thank you so much, Utkarsh. So that was Utkarsh's point of view. Okay, now टफ केक भाई, अगर आपको किसी के पॉइंट को के साथ अगर आप डिसएग्री करते हो तो आप अभी कह सकते हो किसके साथ, और अगर कोई भी चीज़ हो जिसके साथ आप डिसएग्री करते हो, किसी ने बोला हो और फिर वो इंसान आपको रिबट करेगा और फिर आप काउंटर रिबटल दे सकते हो. टफ केक भाई.
भाई मैं तो उत्कर्ष भाई से डिसएग्री करता हूँ विकास पुरुष वाले पॉइंट पे, क्योंकि जिस हिसाब से पिछले 3-4 सालों से हम लगातार देखते आ रहे हैं कि भाई पटना के बड़े बड़े हॉस्पिटलों में गंदे पानी में मछली पाई जाती हैं, और अभी 2-4 खबरें भी आई हैं जो बंदे पहाड़ तोड़ते अपने गांव का रास्ता बनाने के लिए. तो भाई कैसा विकास है कि शासन प्रशासन से हो रहा है, उन्हें यही नहीं पता कि ये पहाड़ वालों ने खुद का काम है, ये लोगों को करना पड़ रहा है. ये लोग तो ऐसे अप्रिशिएट करते हैं अगला जीतन राम अगला मांझी आ गया, अगला मांझी आ गया. भाई वोट अवार्ड देने से कुछ नहीं होता, शासन प्रशासन को खुद जमीन पर उतर के काम करना पड़ता है, तब विकास पुरुष कहलाते हैं.
ठीक है
भाई ये तो हर
उसी के
जगह, अभी अगर तू यहाँ आएगा ना इस एरिया में भी यही
सनी
होगा. अगर
सनी
वहां का ऊपर से अगर ऑर्डर आएंगे ना तो ठीक काम चलेगा, वरना यहाँ के हाल वहां से भी घटिया है. सब एक एक से बढ़ के एक वो है घटिया लोग,
अच्छा.
ये
हाँ
समझ ले.
तो उसे विकास पुरुष की उपाधि देना तो फिर काफी ज्यादा बड़ी बात होगी. विकास
वो तो
पुरुष समथिंग
वो
लाइक
तो
Can
वो तो
can I
पर्सनल है
give
ना.
a counter? Can I give a
Okay.
statement to that?
Yeah,
See,
Utkarsh, you go ahead.
see, ऐसे yeah. ओके, तो ऐसे इंसिडेंट्स हमें हर स्टेट में कहीं ना कहीं मिलेंगे. इट्स जस्ट कि मीडिया क्या दिखाता है. नाउ टेल मी समथिंग, लास्ट ईयर काफी रिपोर्टिंग था इंसेफ्लाइटिस के
Okay,
ऊपर कि
Utkarsh,
बिहार में इतने सारे बच्चों की डेथ हुई इंसेफ्लाइटिस की. क्या डू यू हैव द डेटा कि इस साल बिहार में कितने लोग इंसेफ्लाइटिस से मरे हैं? You don't. We don't. Why? Because the media has not shown it. And why the media has not shown it? Because incidents have reduced. Because the government had worked on that particular area. So मैं वही कर रहा हूँ. It's not all very fancy and बहुत ऐसा वो जो दिखाते हैं हाई बिहार में ऐसा नहीं बनाया. जो उस थे उन्हें tackle किया है to
Utkarsh,
very
your
good.
voice is breaking up.
तो ये सारी issues
भाई
Utkarsh.
आपकी आवाज म्यूजिक जैसी आ रही है.
Hello.
Utkarsh, your voice is breaking up. Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, your voice is breaking up. Hello.
Is it coming?
It's
अभी is it fine?
नहीं, थोड़ा सा गड़बड़ है. Can you just rejoin maybe?
एक second.
हाँ, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think Utkarsh, but he gave his point of view. So if anybody else wants to
one
join.
more thing I would like to add to that on Utkarsh's on his point, that it is not just about कि बिहार में अभी स्थिति क्या है. You'll also have to see that this government is there for 15 years. 15 years में state का नक्शा बदल जाता है. If you count 15 years of Gujarat and how it has grown, या यूपी में अभी they are setting up Microsoft offices and Microsoft headquarters in UP and Amazon as well. They are organizing special economic unit, special economic zones and all. So they are asking for investments in their state and they are working towards it. Now when it comes to Bihar, आपके पास 15 साल थे and now आपके पास 5 साल और है. So that I have a issue with, कि जब आपके पास इतना ज़्यादा टाइम था, क्योंकि अगर 5 साल में आई कैन अंडरस्टैंड कि हाँ ब्यूरोक्रेसी में चेंजेस इतने नहीं हुए, बट यू हैव बीन देयर फॉर 15 years.
Okay, I think Tough Cake Bhai was the one who first started. Utkarsh, is there anything else you'd like to add? But please make it quick, because then Tough Cake Bhai has to give you a counter rebuttal.
Yeah. So one thing, सो 15 साल थे, बट वी हैव टू रियलाइज कि इट वाज इफेक्टिवली ओनली 10 साल, क्योंकि लास्ट के 5 साल में पहले 2 साल थे ही वाज देयर विद द ये थिंग लालू यादव की पार्टी, एंड उसके बाद व्हेन ही जॉइंड रीजॉइंड एनडीए, so it was 2017, and after 2 years then again corona came, so it was effectively 10 years agar hum if we see. And also the fact ki बिहार में आज ग्रोथ रेट इज मोर देन 10% फॉर ओवर 4 years, एंड वो भी उस समय पे जब आर इकोनॉमी वाज स्लोइंग डाउन. सो दैट टेल्स यू कि ग्राउंड लेवल पे काम हुआ है, एंड किधर काम हुआ है. सो फैसिलिटीज फॉर फार्मर्स, फैसिलिटीज फॉर फिशरीज, फैसिलिटीज फॉर ट्रेडर्स. सो ये सारी चीजें हुई है, फैसिलिटीज फॉर द मोस्ट बैकवर्ड पीपल. सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट की स्कीम्स जितने अच्छे से बिहार में इम्प्लीमेंट होती है, मतलब आई डोंट सी कि जैसे राशन कार्ड मिलना, राशन मिलना, या फिर जो पैसा डायरेक्ट बेनिफिट ट्रांसफर आता है, ये सारी चीजें ग्राउंड लेवल पे बहुत अच्छे से इम्प्लीमेंट होती हैं, एंड पीपल डू नोटिस दैट.
ओके, थैंक यू, थैंक यू. ओके, टफकेक भाई, आपको क्या कहना है उत्कर्ष की बात पे, या फिर जो सनी ने बोला है और लड्डू भाई ने बोला है?
देखो, राशन के तो ये सीन है कि पूरे इंडिया में एकदम बढ़िया से डिस्ट्रीब्यूट होता है, और रही बात डायरेक्ट बैंक ट्रांसफर की, तो वो तो कोई भी नहीं रोक सकता. मेरे हिसाब से नीतीश कुमार का भी इसमें कोई रोल नहीं है. वो तो सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट डायरेक्ट जनता को दे रही है, तो उसमें नीतीश कुमार का तो कोई विकास पुरुष का रोल है ही नहीं. और 15 साल हो गए नीतीश कुमार को, अभी भी काफी इशू ऐसे आते हैं, और माइग्रेशन अब भी बहुत बड़ी प्रॉब्लम है बिहार के लिए. तो मुझे नहीं लगता नीतीश कुमार को विकास पुरुष का विकास के लिए वोट भी मांगना चाहिए. सीधी बात है कि बीजेपी को सेफ स्केप मिल गया बस. मोदी ने आके बस कुछ बातें बोल दी, वरना मैं रिटर्न नहीं करता कि नीतीश कुमार को हम अगली बार या इस बार सीएम प्रोजेक्ट भी करते. ही टोटली फेल्ड बिहार.
ओ,
और आप कह रहे हो कि 10 साल ही मिले हैं, तो भाई मिले तो सब पूरे 15 साल ही हैं. 2 साल में भी वही मुख्यमंत्री था, मुख्यमंत्री कोई दूसरा नहीं बना था, और पिछले 3 साल से भी वही है,
अच्छा,
तो सब
ओके,
पूरे 15 साल ही मिले हैं.
थैंक यू, थैंक यू.
Looks so.
Yeah, this part of the video was edited for some other technical reasons. So you can please skip forward 5 minutes because this part of the video is just going to be just edited for different reasons. That's all I can say. But yeah, so just skip forward to 5 minutes. Skip forward ahead 5 minutes. Thank you. Okay, so now it starts.
अब लड्डू भाई आपकी बारी. If you don't agree with somebody's point, please put it forward.
Yeah, I was just let me get. I had the data on my laptop, so let me
I
get
think
that.
I think अभिषेक
So
के
if
साथ आपका
you see,
disagreement हुआ था.
I'm sorry.
अभिषेक के साथ आपका कोई डिसएग्रीमेंट हुआ था, लेकिन किस बात पे मुझे नहीं पता है. सबसे पहले
Yeah, Abhishek. When the disagreement I had was that when he said that Tejasvi wasn't able to connect to the voters. If you see the voting percentages, not only that, RJD is now the largest single party. 23% people actually voted for Tejasvi Yadav. I agree with Chandan Bhaiya's assessment. कि NDA won not because people voted for them, but because बीजेपी ने पीछे से पॉलिटिक्स और ऐसे समीकरण बिठाए थे. Exactly, मेरा point यही है कि this is not a win for NDA itself because they have just revived their opposition. जहां देश में मोदी की लहर है उसके बाद भी अगर इतनी क्लोज टक्कर और बीजेपी although it has risen, although it has become the largest party in Bihar in NDA, it lost to RJD. RJD has not only more seats, it has more voting percentages as well. So we cannot say that they weren't able to connect to the people of Bihar. Specifically, the youth of Bihar has gone out and voted for Tejasvi Yadav. So he did connect. जबकि वहां पे सिर्फ नीतीश कुमार ने नहीं, वहां इवन योगी आदित्यनाथ भी जाके कैंपेन करके आए, अमित शाह भी कैंपेन करके आए और नरेंद्र मोदी भी कैंपेन करके आए. तब ये हालत है. सो दैट इज व्हाट आई एम सेइंग. वी कैन नॉट टर्म दिस इलेक्शन एज कि बहुत अच्छा इलेक्शन था. हाँ, एंटी इनकम्बेंसी थी, बट आई वॉज एक्सपेक्टिंग मोर. उसमें आप ये देखो कि कांग्रेस को 70 सीटों पे लड़ने का वो चांस मिला था. अगर वो ठीक से सीट आरजेडी को देते तो एनडीए वुड हैव लॉस्ट दिस इलेक्शन क्वाइट इजीली. दैट इज माय पॉइंट.
Can I
okay.
counter that?
Yeah.
Even everybody.
Yeah. Okay. You can do that. But first, I think he mentioned Chandan. So Chandan, if you
Okay.
want to say anything to that, what Laddu said.
No, I said his assessment is right that बीजेपी won due to its politics and जो इन्होंने समीकरण बिठाए, जो they helped Asaduddin to get the Muslim votes out of their
Okay.
कांग्रेस के पाले में से.
Okay.
So that helped, but it wasn't a win because people didn't vote for NDA. BJP maybe, not for JDU.
Okay. No problem. No problem. If before Utkarsh makes his point, Chandan, if you would just like to make a comment on that, you don't have to disagree with him. Just say anything. Chandan, your voice is not coming. Okay, something's wrong with your mic. Can anybody else hear Chandan? I can't hear him.
Yeah, I
साफ
can hear
आवाज आ
him.
रही है भाई इसकी.
I can hear him. I can hear him.
Okay, make your point then. I can't hear him. Okay, Chandan, I'm just gonna ask you to stop because I can't hear you, so that the recording is not picking it up. Can you join again if it's possible? I don't know what's the problem, but on my mic your voice is not coming.
We can hear him
Yeah, but
quite clearly.
I'm doing the recording, so
Okay.
if it's not coming
Got it.
here, then it doesn't. Can you try to join again, Chandan? The channel? Okay, so we're just waiting for Chandan to join again. Let's see if it works now. Okay, Chandan, can you open your mic?
Yes, I can.
Okay, yeah.
Can you hear me right now?
Yes, I can hear you. Go ahead. Make your point.
देखिए, वो जो यूथ का जो एक पावर था कि ऑन दैट प्रॉमिस ऑफ 1 मिलियन जॉब्स, दैट वाज द मेन पुलर फॉर द आरजेडी. और दूसरी बात रिवाइवल की, आरजेडी वाज रिवाइव्ड when they did a tie, when Mahagathbandhan went first into the elections, before, in the elections before. तो एक चीज है कि हाँ, उनके पास एक मुद्दा है, नीतीश हैज टू कंसंट्रेट ऑन द जॉब सिनेरियो, उसको कंसंट्रेट करना पड़ेगा एनडीए सरकार को, नहीं तो आरजेडी कैन पुल अ सरप्राइज नेक्स्ट इलेक्शन. ओके, दैट्स ऑल.
To add to that, if you notice, Mahagathbandhan promised 1 million jobs and NDA promised 1.9 million jobs. Even after that, youth went with for voting for RJD and Mahagathbandhan, and that will show you how they have lost the faith in NDA over their promises.
Okay, Utkarsh, you can make your counterpoint.
Yeah. Yeah. So if you see this election in analogy with what happened in Madhya Pradesh, Shivraj Singh Chauhan was also going into elections after 15 years of incumbency, and he had a better public perception than Nitish Kumar. But what happened there? He in fact failed to reach the majority. So if you compare to that, NDA did a much better job to actually get a clear majority, and the credit must be given to NDA for that. Now the fact about Tejasvi connecting to youth. See, elections are won and lost on the basis of agendas and issues raised in the campaign. So obviously, unemployment was an issue in Bihar, and Tejasvi picked it up. So that's what good opposition parties do. Now, I don't agree on the revival part of RJD, because see, a party is revived only when its opposition goes down. So NDA was a bit lower on the employment part, so Tejasvi picked it up. Now he has to play the role of a strong opposition party for 5 years to, in order to do something better in the next elections. So it's not key in the next election also the youths will vote for him just because they voted for him in this election.
Okay, thank you, Utkarsh. I think Laddu Bhai, that was aimed at you, so you can give your counter rebuttal, and then we'll move on to Chandan. Laddu Bhai, are you there?
Yeah, I was just checking. So if you are comparing it to Madhya Pradesh, I'll give you a counter. Even in Madhya Pradesh, when election happened, all those seats, Congress won much more than BJP, but voting percentage में बहुत ज़्यादा change नहीं आया था. When you see the case of Bihar, JDU was fighting election on 115 seats and then won only 40 something seats. So that will show you, if you go in the numbers, it will show you what the trend was this Bihar election. All I am saying is, not only it was anti-incumbency, people were actually upset with Nitish Kumar this time, and they voted for Modi rather than Nitish Kumar. If you see any news or interview of local people during the exit polls and all the ladies, all the women silent voter that you're talking about, they were saying we will vote for they were saying we will vote for Modi, or they were saying कि we will not vote for RJD. So नीतीश कुमार का इतना बड़ा रोल था नहीं इस इलेक्शन में. That is because of BJP internal politics and what they played the politics throughout, and that is the arithmetic of Chanakya himself. But I would say that this election, there was a clear anger over Nitish Kumar and JDU's government for last 15 years.
Okay, thank you for that comment, Chandan. Is there anything that you want to say? Anybody you disagree with? Any comments they made that you want to talk about?
No, I don't. And it was a healthy discussion. Thank you all for participating. I enjoyed it a lot.
Okay, we still have some. I mean, for anybody who can still be here, I still have some things I want to ask you that don't have to do with the Bihar election. It just has to do with the country. If you want, you can stay, but the recording will stop. Okay.
Okay, I can stay for another hour or so.
Yeah, but
Don't
it
have a
won't be
problem
recorded
with
because
that.
this is just on the Bihar election. Okay. AP bhai, do you have anything to say? You can type it to me on my DM if you want. Okay. I'll just move on to Abhishek. Abhishek, do you have any other rebuttals or anything you want to talk about?
Yeah, Just now, Laddu said that Yasvi has given a tough fight, but if you see, his party lost more seats compared to last assembly election. So how can you say that Yasvi has given a bloody nose to BJP or NDA?
Okay, can you respond?
Can I go ahead?
Yeah,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Okay. So when you talk about seats, let's just not talk about seats क्योंकि seats जीतना is a different arithmetic altogether. तो 100 लोगों में से अगर 51 ने आपको वोट दे दिया तो आप सीट तो जीत गए, but it doesn't mean that there is overwhelming support for you. I'm talking about voting percentage. 23% of the people voted for RJD, whereas only 19% people voted for BJP. That is what I'm saying. Seats तो जीत गई एनडीए, सीट्स तो उनके इंटरनल अरिथमेटिक से वो जीत गए, but it doesn't mean that there was overwhelming support. That is what I'm saying. Don't just go over the seats.
And one more thing, can I give just one point, please?
Yeah, go ahead.
Why everyone is not addressing a sizable elephant in the room in this case, LJP. LJP had a vote percentage of around 5%. 5% plus 19%. I think BJP was 20. It gets to a summation of 24%. Technically कहा जाता है कि LJP damaged JDU at least 30 seats. They damaged the other partners besides BJP, that Hum and VIP party, were damaged by around some say 6 to 8 seats. So LJP was a big spoiler, and people are not addressing that. मैं ये भी कहा कि तेजस्वी himself won because of LJP cutting the vote. So that factor should also be addressed. They were a big factor, even though they only won one single seat, but they were influential. They destroyed JDU's voter tally. They destroyed the voter tally, and they did damage to BJP, but it was very less compared to what they damaged JDU, Hum, and VIP party. So that factor should also be taken into account, and their 5% vote share, if you combined it with BJP, I mean, there was 24% vote share, which was against it is 24% vote share is also pretty comparable to RJD.
Okay.
So
Yeah, go ahead.
to add to that, LJP was a big factor, but then again I'm saying कि politics में 2 plus 2 is not equal to 4 हमेशा. तो if वो politics अलग थी, शायद अमित शाह की तरफ से थी, या फिर वो बीजेपी की politics थी कि इनसे वोट काट, जो term use होता है वोट कटुआ बनाते हैं, तो they might have done that. You cannot just add the voting percent and think if they might have remained in NDA, the things might have been different. So that is the politics of the BJP, that or the LJP or the NDA, कि उन्हें ऐसे करना है वोट काटने के लिए. Otherwise, it might have turned out different. We cannot just add the percentage and see who might have come above.
Okay, thank you. Is anybody else want to rebut Abhishek or whatever he said? Okay, Abhishek, what are your comments on what Chandan and Laddu said? Do you want to respond?
I still think that Tejasvi has not given a good fight. I think LJP has made a JDU lost.
Okay, thank you, man. Okay, so we are
Okay,
going
just to clarify,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, just to clarify, I'm not saying that Tejasvi has done overwhelming job. I'm saying that there was more than required anger amongst the people towards Nitish Kumar and JDU. I'm not saying that Tejasvi won because उन्होंने बहुत कुछ अच्छा किया. लोगों ने ज्यादातर बीजेपी के खिलाफ ज्यादा वोट किया, बीजेपी एज एन एनडीए एंड जेडीयू.
Okay, thank you, Laddu bhai. Utkarsh, did you want to say something?
Yeah, I wanted to extend Chandan's point. So the fact that yes, LJP, you can add LJP's vote percent to BJP. Why? Because LJP only got votes of BJP people who were against who were angry with Nitish Kumar. So you can see the only seat LJP won was in Begusharai, which is a Bhumiyar major district, and that is Bhumiyars are traditionally voters of BJP. Similarly, Raghopur, the seat he mentioned, Rakesh Rosh. So he has a popularity among he got the votes from the upper caste voters. So yes, you can very much add the vote percentage of LJP to BJP. And also, why are we not regarding the fact that BJP got 90% vote share fighting on 110 seats, whereas RJD got 23% vote share fighting on 140 seats. That's excess of 30 seats. So I personally don't believe that the core voter of BJP has, got away from BJP for good. That's my point.
Okay, Chandan, do you want to respond to that? Chandan? Okay.
No,
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 no.
thank you.
Okay,
No, it's a nice point.
thank you, thank you. Abhishek, do you want to say anything to Utkarsh? Do you agree with what he said?
Yeah, I totally agree with him.
Okay, thank you. So this is the end of the podcast. It was a very long podcast, actually, 1 hour 22 minutes, but it was very informative for me, especially when we also have people who are from Bihar. So it adds a very nice perspective. So we are going to conclude our podcast here. This will be up on our YouTube channel in the next couple of days, and we will be having podcasts like this every week. I don't know if I can make it every day. That's not possible, but I think on the weekend people have a lot more time, and I will try to aim for either Friday or Sunday or even Saturday, but it will be on various different topics. So thank you so much for watching this podcast, and we will conclude it here. Bye. Jai Hind.